You've seen the title of this video by now, and it may seem insane at first, but it's going to make sense eventually. Some of you this may not pertain to, but I know a lot of you it does. And without further ado, here's why 1 cent will be your downfall in crypto. Before you understand the 1 cent fallacy, we must start with some key terms, and we're going to start with market cap. Market cap, in simplistic terms, is basically the value of a publicly traded company, or cryptocurrency in this case. So every company on the stock exchange has a market cap, and every crypto does as well. Yeah, your precious Dogecoin is worth billions of dollars, but basically it says how much the overlying asset is worth. Understanding this is what leads us into the 1 cent fallacy. The 1 cent fallacy follows one basic outline. You find a cryptocurrency, or an influencer finds you cryptocurrency, and you buy into it based on its price, not taking into effect the market cap that it has. The coin is extremely cheap typically, and you could buy billions to even trillions of the coin. So, say you put in $50 into this coin that's way under a cent, and you tell yourself, oh, but if it hits a cent, then I have $2 million or something crazy like that. Well, therein lies the fallacy, because first, you're never going to turn $50 into $2 million unless you're a professional day trader with Lambo and books in your garage. Also, this is physically impossible because the coin could never hit 1 cent. The coin would then be worth more than Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, you name a coin, and now your coin's market cap is going to be worth more than all of them combined together. It's physically impossible, and you're never going to turn $50 into $2 million, and therein lies why 1 cent is going to be the reason for a downfall in your portfolio. So you may ask, well, what's a real world example of this? I'm still a bit confused. It works like this. Say you bought a coin for under a cent, and you're waiting for it to hit 1 cent because you think that it can. While you're waiting, it's never going to hit that 1 cent, so it will either crash or you're going to be holding it for eternity in theory. Think of it like this. You bought Tesla stock at, let's say, $600 a share, and then you're hoping for the stock to hit $600,000 a share. Obviously, this sounds completely unrealistic. You would turn $600 into $600,000, but you don't understand the fundamentals enough to know that that isn't possible, especially in the case of these altcoins. So in the Tesla case, you either hold on to it till it hits $600,000 or you lose most of your money. Sometimes you'll make money, but not all of them end like this. A lot of the altcoins that we see, typically in the majority of the cases, the price goes down rather than the insanely high goal that you had set for yourself, which would be 1 cent. So understanding this, let's get into the topics of who and why are people promoting these? How can you prevent this from happening to you or protect yourself? And finally, how has this been a thing in small price securities for decades? So who is promoting and pushing out these unrealistic goals of these coins hitting these crazy marks? Well, your typical are going to be celebrities, your fake gurus, influencers. The not as noticeable ones are going to be a little bit more funny, but I would say the random kids that are on your Snapchat or Instagram stories posting about how they bought into a coin and it's going to the moon. Those are the main groups of people that are going to be promoting these coins. The question isn't who is promoting the coins per se, it's more of why are these people promoting these coins? What do they get out of it? There are many different reasons why people are going to promote an altcoin. It all varies by the group of people that you're talking about or the scenario in many cases. But most of these cases are going to involve some sort of personal benefit for the person who is promoting these. These celebrities, fake gurus, influencers, they're all going to personally gain from it financially. So either they were given the coin and were paid to do an ad on the coin so they can sell the coin at a higher price when their fan base buys into it, or they already own the coin personally, and if they post to their fan base or promote the coin, then their stock is going to go skyrocket. It's going to pump way up. The random kid from high school posting on his stories about how it's going to the moon, That kid's in his own world. I don't know who he thinks is going to buy the coin. If you buy a coin based on a random kid from high school posting on their Snapchat, the 1 cent fallacy is already out the window. You're doing more than that. Either way, understanding why not to invest into these is going to protect you way down the line. Prevention and protection is actually really easy in the case of altcoins. It's not complicated. Don't buy things and set unrealistic goals. The thing that I really want to point out though is how odd it is to even get into many of these altcoins. Take this video for example of KlueCoin. I don't know what KlueCoin is. It could be great or it could be horrible. That's besides the point. All I notice is that there's so many steps that it seems a bit fishy to me right off the bat. I mean, look, you're copying, pasting, setting a slippage tolerance, switching from site to site, all just to throw money into some altcoin?
Is this stuff regulated, or are you guys, what are you doing here?
Sort of.
Sort of?
Look, I'm not here to bash all cryptos. That's not my goal here. I don't think crypto is a terrible investment. I am here to, however, be your wake-up call to say, hey, look, you're committing the 1 cent fallacy, and hopefully protect you from a massive crash that could actually happen like many of the altcoins have. This doesn't even have to be crypto in every case. This could be the same like the Tesla example I said earlier. But it's just, I see it happening so much more in crypto that I needed to point it out. So onto our final topic of how altcoins are just like the other small price securities that have been ruining portfolios left and right. And who better to talk about ruining portfolios than good old Jordan Belfort. This pumping and dumping has been going on for decades. If you've seen The Wolf of Wall Street, you may remember a scene where Jordan Belfort says that he's selling garbage to garbage men.
I was selling garbage to garbage men and making cash hand over fist. The only problem you're gonna have is that you didn't buy more.
He's talking about selling penny stocks to people who are desperate for insane returns and will throw money at small price securities.
They see our ads in the back of Hustler and Popular Mechanics, and our ads actually say they can get rich quick.
These garbage men would then get screwed over because many of their investments would become worthless, and guess who'd be sitting on an even larger stack of money than before? Good old Jordan Belfort. Now looking back, Jordan Belfort was a shady investor who ruined lives and yet was glorified. This should not come as a surprise to you when I tell you that, oh, good old Jordan Belfort is now the one pushing many of these altcoins. Seems like he's reliving his glory days selling garbage to garbage men. Don't be one of those garbage men and subscribe to prevent that from happening, because if you don't, 1 cent isn't going to be the only thing that ruins your portfolio without you even knowing.